What inspired you to start learning English?
English is a global language, and learning it feels like opening a door to the world.
How do you feel when you hear someone speak English fluently?
I feel amazed and inspired. It me think, I can do this too someday.
How do you practice speaking English daily?
I talk to my friend, read aloud, and sometimes record myself to hear how I sound.
What's the most difficult part of speaking English for you?
Thinking of the right words quickly while speaking. Sometimes my mind goes blank.
What's a funny or embarrassing moment you've had while speaking English?
Once, I said, kitchen, instead of chicken at a restaurant. It made everyone laugh.
How does learning English help you in your daily life?
It helps me understand people better and feel more confident when I meet new friends.
Who is your biggest inspiration for learning English?
People who learned English as a second language and now speak fluently. They show me it's possible.
How do you plan to track your progress during this one-year challenge?
By recording my conversations and comparing them over time to see how much I improve.
What's your favorite way to learn new English vocabulary?
I like using flashcards and trying to use new words in sentences immediately.
What kind of topics do you want to practice speaking about?
Everyday situations, like shopping, traveling, and meeting people.
Do you prefer speaking English with friends or strangers?
Friends, because I feel more comfortable, and they're more patient if I make mistakes.
What's your favorite English movie or TV show?
I love watching old dramas. They're simple and full of interesting dialogues.
What's your favorite English book or story?
I enjoy short stories. They're easy to read and always have a lesson.
What's the best compliment you've received about your English skills?
Someone said I have a clear voice and good pronunciation, which made me happy.
How do you feel about making mistakes while speaking English?
I've learned to accept them. Each mistake is a chance to learn and improve.
What's the first English sentence you ever learned?
Hello. How are you? It's still the most useful phrase.
Do you prefer learning English through reading, listening, or speaking?
I like speaking because it makes me feel active and confident.
What's one English phrase you always want to remember?
Never give up. It's simple but powerful.
How does English help you express yourself better?
It gives me the words to share my ideas and feelings with more people.
What's a new word or phrase you learned recently?
I learned reckon. It means to think or suppose, and I find it beautiful.
How do you prepare for conversations in English?
I practice with my friend, think of topics, and plan some sentences beforehand.
What's the biggest challenge you've faced in learning English?
Balancing grammar rules and speaking naturally. It's tricky sometimes.
What do you think is the secret to speaking English naturally?
Listening to native speakers and practicing often without worrying about mistakes.
How do you celebrate small victories in your English learning journey?
By treating myself to something I enjoy, like my favorite food or a relaxing break.
What's one thing you'd like to achieve with English in 1 year?
To speak fluently and feel confident in any conversation.
How do you stay motivated to keep learning English?
By reminding myself why I started and celebrating every small improvement.
What's the best advice you've received about learning English?
Practice makes progress, not perfection. Keep going.
Do you think speaking English is more about grammar or confidence?
Confidence. Even if your grammar isn't perfect, people understand you if you speak clearly.
What's the most interesting thing you've learned in English recently?
Idioms. They make conversations more colorful and fun.
How do you use English in your daily activities?
I try to think in English while cooking, shopping, or doing chores.
What's your favorite way to start a conversation in English?
Hi, how's your day going? It feels friendly and open.
What's one English idiom or expression you find fascinating?
Break the ice. It's such a creative way to describe starting a conversation.
How does speaking English make you feel about yourself?
Proud and excited. It's like discovering a new version of myself.
What's your plan for making English a part of your life every day?
I'll practice with my friend, watch videos, and speak to myself in English often.